Okay. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Stonks Maxxing. So it's day 98 now, approaching 100. Not too bad. Today, I have about an hour before school starts, or like my classes start. And I'm also in the dining hall right now. Just finished breakfast. I think what I'm going to try to do is I have this school assignment where I have to look at some problems the company's facing. And right now, my team and we chose Capital One, and they're currently merging with Discovery.
You make it like a household name.
So we're trying to figure out, okay, is this merger going to be a good idea? What are some possible synergies? See if we can model out pro forma financial statement and try to forecast some of the future cash flows of the business. I think from what we've sort of found so far, these are some questions that we've had. But if you look at the whole payments landscape, Capital One, Discover, they sort of operate on similar ends and also different ends. If you're looking at how payments usually work in a credit card network, I think you usually have these types of merchant banks, and then I think you also have some type of issuer bank. I want to say that Discover is one of the largest issuers of credit cards, also Capital One as well. Merchant bank on the other side is actually involved. If you're a company that's actually using or trying to get people to buy your product, and then you actually take their credit card, so the merchant bank will actually try to actually get that money from the credit card companies. So I think that's how the whole system works at a very high level. Let's see. So there's a few bullet points I have here. I think the big thing to understand is the governance structure, because I think it's a stock for stock transaction. So Capital One is just issuing a shit ton of stock in order to raise enough capital to merge with Discover. But I think at the end of the day, there's going to be more board seats going to Capital One directors. So that's going to be important moving forward. I feel like right now, if you just look at the market cap between Capital One and Discover, Capital One is, I want to say, twice as big, if not bigger, 71 billion. Discover stock. Okay, so just under twice as big.
Mid-December to late January. Hopefully. Last winter wasn't very good.
Yeah, maybe this would be worth reading.
Yeah.
It's actually noticeable though.
I don't think it's that noticeable. I think we just had a shit.
It wasn't just last year. It's like the last 4 or 5 episodes.
Cashback rewards for the legacy of award-winning. Okay.
I think it's like the global warming is like average temperatures rise like 1
Capital One's founder CEO.
20 years. I don't think it'll affect it that much. I enjoy Spanish.
Community benefit plan.
I don't think it's because of that. I think it might just be a way to. Yeah. I think over time, yeah, global warming is definitely affected, but I don't think it's that quick.
So,
In 5 years, it goes
I guess
down
this is pretty soon. So expected to close in late 2024, early 2025. Okay, so this is, I think, what I was talking about earlier. Capital One Discover will be a leading credit card issuer.
It'll get worse.
I don't know if it's be the number one. Okay, so Capital One is currently the third largest credit card issuer in terms of credit card purchase
They're
volume.
going to destroy every environmental protection effort we have.
Okay, so they do remain in third place behind Chase Bank and also American Express after the deal.
Yeah.
Purchase volume is a meaningful indicator of size as it represents the value of transactions made on Capital One credit cards. Okay. I see. So I guess this is the actual network itself, Visa, MasterCard, American Express.
I said that I'd rather have a single.
Accounting for the less than 4% of credit card purchase volume. So I think this is probably marketing in order to actually get the merger pushed through.
Yeah, I don't. I think it was expensive.
I do think that Capital One talent, in terms of their software engineering and technology teams,
And you can get an apartment.
like half of my school just feeds into Capital One, and I think it's a pretty competitive process. So I want to say that if you look at the tech teams between Capital One and Discover, I think there's actually a pretty large synergy here if Discover can migrate all of their technology stack over. Yeah.
Me and Yassine did an official tour, and then Charlie and Chivin went to play poker.
Okay.
It's not bad.
There's actually like color highlights.
Yeah, there's a lot of rough cards. We just like zero because it's
Oh, let's take a look at this investor
we
presentation.
don't mind sharing. Like if you want a room to yourself, then you can go with any apartment. It's all the same price. But Zero's like the only one, except for like Parkside. Parkside's the ass. Zero's the only.
Okay,
decent
so I
one.
guess this is like the pro forma
Yeah. Across the,
payment services, digital bank,
But if you want a single, you can live anywhere. Varsity View.
200 plus countries, 70 million,
Standard
1.8 million global ATMs. Okay.
But Zero's not even that bad. They have amenities. They have like obviously gym,
I think this is actually pretty
volleyball,
important.
sauna, pool, ping pong. They have a golf sim room. They have amenities.
Yeah, I wonder how many cardholders actually will be under the new company. So
Zero base rent.
total network volume. So this is Discover.
And then anywhere else you're paying like 1,100 minimum.
175 billion purchase volume. I don't think Capital One actually gets anything, right? Unless if they're the issuing bank. If they don't usually get anything, but I guess if they're on the network, then they do get a fee of sorts. Okay. Okay, so I do remember seeing some of these Venture and Quicksilver cards. Thanks. Well positioned in credit card loans. Okay, so credit card purchase volume. You actually see Capital One higher today in 2023 than Discover. Alright, yeah, JP Morgan and American Express, they're just very, very high. I don't know what C is actually. Also, my hair is just crazy. Okay. Card issuing volume. Okay, so credit card issuing volume. Actually, purchase volume. There we go. So I think this is Capital One, American Express, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Discover Financial. I want to say that's Synchrony Financial, Synchrony Bank, Wells Fargo. What is C? Citigroup. Okay, Citigroup. I didn't realize Citi also had credit card issuing. Okay. Discover direct-to-consumer deposits. I'm actually surprised they were able to gather this many deposits. National footprint. Oh wow, I didn't realize also that Capital One has 55 cafes now, which also operate as sort of banks, community banks. Okay. Yeah, it may pay off to be a Capital One cardholder. I see. Total deposits. Yeah, it's nowhere even close compared to some of the larger ones. Interesting. Yeah. This looks like transaction structure. This looks like one of those deal sheet summaries that I ended up seeing. Okay, ownership 60%, capital 1, 40% discover. Okay, I would like to take a look at the standalone model forecast. Yeah. Revenue margin, adjusted operating efficiency ratio. Okay, and maybe worth looking at, I probably have an investor presentation as well. So I think with that, probably going to end this here. This is a bit quick, but I do have to go use the bathroom, so I'll probably go to the business school and then come back and start streaming. All right. Peace.